Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How y'all doing? Well, I'm not doing much over here. Just trying to figure out how to make a perfect diode. Well, I hope everybody had a great Wednesday. I've had a pretty good one. I haven't been on here for a couple of days. Been busy. I've been trying to get the old boat fixed. Had to rewire it, and I got almost all of it wired. It's about ready to put the battery to it, but I'm going to have to send off and probably get a new controller for it, because all the wires from the controller back to the motor, coming through all the hosing and stuff into the motor itself, the harness, if you just touch the wires, they just crumble. I mean, you can just go like that and it falls apart, and it's green, the wire's green, everything. I have no idea where in the world this boat set for all these years for it to get this kind of damage, but it's been rough. But I think I got it fixed enough to see if it's going to be, worth trying to save this engine or try to buy another boat motor. So definitely going to be having the fire extinguisher very close when I go and put some 12 volts through it. But anyway, guys, here lately I've been having a lot of problems as far as mechanical problems. My truck's still down. I'm waiting for a starter from Amazon. I figured it'd only take a week, but I'm going on 2 and no sign of it yet, which I can't complain much because I'm actually saving about $150. Everybody here in my town wanted close to $200 for a starter for a 1998 Ranger. Ain't that crazy? But I found it online for $50. So I mean, I'm gonna be waiting. But then Dad's truck decided to take a big poop. It's down, and we checked the fuel pump yesterday. We checked took a gauge and checked it, and it was only reading 15 pounds. Supposed to be getting, for ones who don't know, it's supposed to be getting 60 to 65 pounds pressure, PSI pressure, coming from the fuel pump. And we have a big 15, maybe every once in a while it went to about 17 and a half. Definitely not enough to run a fuel injection vehicle. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. I guess we're going to have to drop the tank. We was kind of thinking maybe we could maybe just cut a hole in the bed. Of course, you would think Chevrolet would have fixed a little secret door or something to change the fuel pump. It would have been a 5-minute job, but no, they didn't. So it's probably going to be more of a 3 to 4 hour job, because I think where the Chevrolet is extended cab, I believe that the gas tank is a little bit farther up, and we won't be able to access it there on the bed. So that kind of stinks, but it'll all work out. But things always seem to happen in threes. And the other day I went out there and cut grass. I showed y'all the video. Well, I don't know if you all saw it, but there's a video here on my channel when all this happened, and my lawnmower just quit. The self-propelled quit working, and so I thought, well, crap, that's another thing put on a list to fix. Well, today I finally got time to look up, and guess what? Can't get the part. Here, let's look over here on my phone, my other little phone, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Everywhere is sold out. And then I actually found a update to found an update version. The pulley on it was a little bit bigger, but it would still work. You'd have to get a different belt, and there was actually companies that would sell this and send you the belt with it for $50. And I was happy. I was like, yeah, I finally found something. I get this lawnmower fixed. Well, they're sold out. I left them a message, and it was crazy because very quickly they sent me a text back and said that it's on back order. So I don't know if that has something to do with the tariffs or what, but they said that they've been waiting for a long time. So let me turn this phone around, and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, this is what we're working with now. We bought this it was almost $360 3 years ago. So this lawnmower is not very old at all. Here's the model number, and I hope you guys don't have this same problem. It's just crazy. Can't get the parts for this. I mean, I can understand if this lawnmower was 15, 20 years old, but you know, they're probably still selling this at Sam's Club. But here's the lawnmower. It's a 22 3-in-1 self-propelled lawnmower. The lawnmower, when it's working, is a great lawnmower. It bags really well, mulches, got plenty of power, and the self-propelled worked really good. And for anybody even maybe want to think that it was abused or anything, no. This lawnmower has been taken very good care of. It's been kept up with the maintenance and everything, which when we go over there and look, if I can remember, there's something weird on the side here that says something crazy that I can't figure out. We'll get to that. But anyway, here's the part number. Here's the part number for the transmission. Let me pull this up so y'all have an idea of what we're even talking about. Get my glasses on. Okay, guys. Here's the number, the 0. Get something to point with. The 1004083001, and let's see. I think this was the updated part number. You could have bought this last year. It was for $54. You get the transmission box, but you're not even showing a picture on here. I've seen it. Let's see. Let's go to this one. This is the updated version. Also, eBay. This is the one I was thinking of. $53.99. You go on here. Okay, there's what we're looking at. And believe it or not, this little transmission, it's got a plastic pulley, and it also has a plastic gear on the inside here for the transmission. $53.99. I guess they're not even letting you buy it here. They're not even giving you the opportunity to push buy. I was on one of these. I pushed buy and it says sold out. So I'll go ahead and add this to my wish list in case maybe they get it in. See, sign into your account, email. Well, I think my email's on my YouTube, so it don't matter. Ain't nothing really. Hopefully nothing pops up. I don't want everybody seeing. Well, okay. So I'll add that to my wish list. Add it. Okay, it is added. Let me make sure. Oh. Well, anyway, let's go back and try to find some others here. Then we're going to put in another number, which I kind of did this backwards. I was going to show you the updated last, but here's Yard Force 004. Oh, it's the same one. Let's see, Yard currently sold out. I mean, it's on every one. Yard gearbox. Here's another one. Let's go to it. Out of order. Don't even gotta go to it. Out of order. And this is the updated version. This is the one, like, if you can't get the original one. Lawnmower transmission. I watched that guy's video. He bought one last year, but he was kind of telling about how it needed a bigger belt. Here's one. Sold out. See right here? Out of stock. It's unbelievable. More transmission for sale. Let's see, I don't know what that is. Lawnmower gearboxes for sale. I think these are just Granger lawnmower top gearbox MTD. All right, let's go and put in the original number. So it's a 1003 2. Oops. 328 1001. Oh, not 2. 1. Not 2. My fingers are too big for this phone. 1. There we go. Here we go. Let's see what it brought up here. Here's one for $105, but that's not the one. So here we go. Our yard force, which that's what we have. Yard force 21. This is the original one. 2148 is what it cost last year. Look, out of stock. Gearbox 010. There's the number. Gearbox assembly 15. Out of stock. Starting to see a pattern, don't you guys? Whatever that is, out of stock. There's that video on one. Vintage. Upgrade, out of stock. Oh, they give you see some images, but you see what I'm talking about. Cannot get this part. And like I was saying, the lawnmower is not very old at all. So what I'm going to end up probably doing is just trying. I'm hoping that the spring, there's a little spring inside there, and I think hopefully maybe it popped off or something. I'll take you over and show you guys what it's doing. But I hope none of you guys are having the same problem, But I think we're going to see more and more of this because the people that make this stuff are not in for things for the customer anymore. They want you to come and buy one of these lawnmowers and have it for 2 years, and then after that go buy a new one, and then this will be sitting in the garbage in the dump looking brand new. It's crazy. On, like, if you go to a modern junkyard nowadays, you'll see cars. It looks like a used car lot. The cars have beautiful paint jobs. I mean, yeah, they might be missing a bumper or something, or have a dented fender, but they'll look like, it's not like junkyards like we used to back when in the day, back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. We'll go see rusted heaps. No, you're seeing almost nice looking paint, nice rims. I mean, there's probably parts missing because people came and bought parts off of them, but it's just ridiculous. But it's just the way things are now. It's just they want you to go buy things after a couple years, and when you're on a budget like I am, and you kind of depend on your knowledge of fixing things, and that's how you've got by all your life, that sucks, because I cannot run out every 2 years and buy a new lawnmower. And truthfully, there's probably not too many people can. And just it's just bullcrap. So let's go over and take a little look. I'll show you what it's doing. It's nothing big, but I just like to add it to the video. And we'll go over there real quick. It's like this old 69 Bowens. This thing is still around and still able to cut grass. There is no lawnmower made today that will be here. What is that, 69? That is what? Almost 50, 1 years? Crazy. Crazy. Let's go over here and look at the lawnmower. Mom and Dad, they've been working really hard in the garden, guys. Here's our garden. We got green beans planted. We finally got some warm weather. It's been a weird, cold, wet spring. But we got our tomatoes. We got our gate put in. And I hung this up yesterday. I'm missing one of my hooks. But that's still pretty neat. Got a good deal on these gates. I couldn't believe that a brand new one of this style of gate is almost $100. Well, it's 70, like almost $80 with tax and everything. Ain't that crazy? Just a cattle gate. Crazy. But yeah, we got our tomatoes. Got some nice steaks this year. Got some oak. Last year, couldn't find any, and we had to make them out of pine. And pine tomato steaks ain't good at all. But we got some nice oak ones. But yeah, the tomato plants are loving this heat. Of course, these was real small. Those were 6 packs when I put them in, so they was only this tall. But that was a good sized plant when I bought it, and these two and this one, and they're just loving it. And over here's our potatoes. Let me go through here. Over here's our potatoes, guys. Here in a couple weeks, as soon as I get the boat finished and whatever I need with it, I'm getting onto this because I've got to get a solenoid and a coil, and I'm gonna get this old Craftsman. It's a good old lawnmower. It's just the solenoid went bad, and I got everything off top of it. But my solenoid went bad, and I didn't know it, and I accidentally touched the wrong wire when I was testing everything, and I fried my coil. So I've got to get a coil for it, and I've got to fix my hood. The latch broke, but it has a big old Briggs on it. What is this? I forget. 20 horse, turbo cooled, and it's a great running motor. Once I get it running and I know it's going to work again, I'm going to have to put a bottom gasket on it because it does leak some oil. But I got quite a bit of work because when I took it apart, my battery tray got displaced, so I'm going to have to figure that out when I get there. But I'm going to get it fixed back because they're wanting close to $3,000 for a ride lawnmower nowadays, and the hoods are plastic. This one's metal at least. I think this is a 97. The gas tank's in the back. I know, guys, she looks rough, but she's been sitting here for about 3 years. Here's my number. So I never am good. Maybe when you guys know. I think it's a 97, if I ain't mistaken. Can't hardly see that number. There's old Craftsman. And I bet you this gas is bad. Of course it's going to be bad. It's been in it 3 or 4 years. Hopefully it's empty. I think it's empty, which that's a good deal. It looks empty, don't it, guys? That'd be great if it was, because the carburetor and everything on this was really good, so I've been worried about if that got gummed up with it sitting here all this time. This old thing made me lots of money. I paid $175 for it about 7 years ago, and I made that within 3 weeks. So I'm gonna get her back on. The deck's still in good shape. It's still good and solid. It was good metal, real good metal. So it's worth putting together. Here's that old deck off at Boeing's, guys. They'll never make this stuff like this again. Look at this. See, it's got this right here. It don't even need a belt. It has, I forget what those, yoke. I don't know if that's the yoke. I think the yoke is what this goes in. I forget. I've never had that type of system or a tractor, so I don't know all the slang. But it has 3 blades on it, guys. And look how good that bottom deck is. It's got some surface rust, and all the bearings are good in it. Crazy. Never, will never. And it shouldn't be like that. Things should still be made just as good as this, but this was made in great United States. And have you guys ever seen a lawnmower called Panzer? They made Panzer tanks, army tanks, but they also made riding lawnmowers. If you haven't seen one, look up a 1951 Panzer riding lawnmower. Dude, that is the neatest thing. It's got 3 wheels. It's got 3 wheels. It's got 1 in the front. And my next door neighbor, he saw my old Boeing's the other day, and he was telling me he has one. He's been He's got the engine actually over here at his house. He's been getting it ready to go. But yeah, really neat. I had to pressure wash the air conditioner. It's about that time. About that time to start using that old thing again. So let's go in here, guys. I'll show you what this thing's doing. Here it is. And I'm hoping it is just a spring, because I can order that. So let me put y'all here on the tripod and we'll start it and I'll show you what it's doing. Alright guys, let me turn this back light on so y'all can see too. And it might get a little loud, so hold your ears. Alright, I'm going to start it and then let me see if y'all can see my, well, no, y'all can't see the handles. That's what important. Well, you can't, I need you to see all of it. Hold on. There we go. I think I got it all in film. Okay. Let me start this up. And this one, this handle here is for the self-propel. So when I turn this on, you'll see what I'm doing, what happens. You can tell because you can pull it backwards and it's trying to go, but it won't go forwards. And every once in a while, it'll kick in. So that's why I'm thinking the little plastic gear inside that transmission is not broke. So I'm hoping when I tear it down, after a while, when it cools down, it will, it's just missing a spring. That's what I'm hoping. So be on the lookout. I'll probably make a video on that and on the tear down. Maybe you guys, one of you guys out there has one of these, and we can tear it down and tear it down together, and that way y'all can see what's going on in there. Maybe we could fix this. If anything, maybe we can take the transmission apart, and if it is the plastic gear inside, maybe we can match it up to something else. Hopefully figure something out, because I have a couple yards and they're on hillsides, and you know, that's why you get a self-propelled. Don't understand that 3 years old, nobody should be having problems with their lawnmower. If they have one of these, that thing should be running perfect right now. You shouldn't have no problems, at least for 5, and really you shouldn't, it should be 10, but 5, if I can see it. But it is what it is, ain't it, guys? Everything is junky when we buy. I'm getting ready to, me and Dad's getting ready to move the jukebox over there in that corner. Believe it or not, I had it working. I was getting ready to put everything back in, and something happened to the transformer. Now I don't have my 28 DC volts. And that's very important, because it uses the 28 volt DC for this sensor here, which kicks this on, kicks your platter on. So I don't know what happened. I know I was having problems. My little motor here was getting stuck, and I put some oil in there and it took care of it. So I don't know if that, it was humming. So I don't know if that had any reason to short out the DC. Maybe it's made this sensor stick open or something. But I came to the conclusion that these transformers are junk. Because when I didn't buy it, my friend gave it to me. But when I got it home, this has always been the thing was wrong with it. the 28 volt AC was out of it. So I fixed that with this transformer. So I had everything going. That's what I was telling you in the beginning of this video. It's just one thing after another breaking. But you know what? That's life, ain't it? And I'll get it taken care of. But yeah, that old Chevrolet, that's going to be a job and a half. And you know, all they had to do is put that fuel pump, make a little excess door up here in the top somewhere to change that fuel pump. Let's get underneath there since I got the flashlight and see what that gas tank is. Oh, let's see. There it is. And it's right here. And how close is it? Okay, there's the extended cavity. Here's the bed. So we'll go right here. Right here's the middle. Yeah, it's about right where it is. It's right here. From here over, we're under the cab. So yeah, we're gonna have to drop this thing. Look at all these rusty bolts. Y'all get a better look than I will, because I can't see it good. I'll look at it when I'll review this video. And over here's the other bolts. I don't know about back here in the back. While you guys are up there, can you take a couple of them boats out? Alrighty, guys. There's the moon. Oh, let me get out this ground. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that I could just lift this mat up and cut a hole right there, but it's going to have to be done the right way, I guess. Alright, guys. I just wanted to make this video and show you guys what's happening on that lawnmower. Hopefully, I've probably said it 2 or 3 times, but hopefully none of you guys out there having that problem. When you go, my best advice, when you go get a lawnmower, just really do your research and make sure that transmission is made with metal gears and all that stuff. I think that's what we're all going to have to do. We're going to have to do real good research, see how good the product is before we start spending our hard-earned cash. Bats are out. I've seen one. There you go. That's a bird. Alright, guys. Until the next one, I'll see you right here, Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.